Alright, we are live. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Violet Hyena, and you are here with perfect timing, and I am here to do readings for people with perfect timing. And this is how it's gonna go. I have 13 decks on the table, and they're all very chatty, and they all have a lot to say. And I choose which one that gets to speak with a regular playing card deck. And that is how we do things here. So drop your question in the chat and I will get to it. And I'm going to write something in the chat. Alright, welcome. Please drop your question in chat and I'll give you a reading. I will be filling the silence by reading oracle cards because that's what I do. Because that's what I do. That's what I do. Awesome. And I'm going to choose this one. This one cost me today. To fill the void of silence. It is. There is buckets here. I'm gonna move the buckets. Buckets, you can go here. Good job, buckets. Alright. This is the information card. Don't look at the information card. It's shy. It stays in the box. It stays in the box. There we go. Nice and shuffled. Feeling negative emotions means I'm launching requests. As more people observe hardship and strike a tense, resistant pose, and therefore disallow their own well-being, others use them as their reason to do the same. And in a very short time, a very negative pattern of resistance can sweep through your population. The good news is that this scenario is that. The good news in this scenario is that in every moment that every person is feeling negative emotion about the economic state, vibrational requests for more abundance are launched, and those requests are heard clearly and responded to immediately by Source. Yay. Our opinions about our children can influence their behavior. The more you see things in your child that you do not want to see, the more of what you will see. And so, the behavior that you elicit from your child is more about you than it is about your child. This is actually true of all of your relationships. But since you think about your child more than you do others, your opinion about your child plays a greater role in its behavior. I will not try to control the uncontrollable. We want you to reach the place where you are willing, not just willing, determined, not just determined, eager, to let go of the need of control of things that are uncontrollable, like what anybody else is doing, and give your undivided attention to the only thing you can control, which is how you feel in any given circumstance. In other words, we want you to leave this moment saying, I've decided I'm going to take life as it comes, and I'm going to do the best I can do in the midst of what I'm doing. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Sounds good. I'll have a drink of water. Flavored water. Ah. Very good. The universal law of attraction is managing my expansion. The law of attraction is the universal manager of all vibration, which expands to everything that exists through the universe. And so, at the same time that the law of attraction is responding to the vibrational content of your physical thoughts, it is also responding to the vibrational content of your inner being. Others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. You did not intend to use the opinions of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew, and still remembered, long after you were born, that it was the relationship between the opinion or knowledge of the source within you and your current thoughts in any given moment that would offer you perfect guidance in the form of your emotional guidance system. I have complete control over my own thoughts. You can find yourself in an endless loop where you can explain that you feel negative because of the negative behavior of someone else. But if, instead, you take control of your own emotions and you think an improved thought because it feels better to do so, you can turn it around. You have no real control of what anyone else is doing with their vibration, or with their actions for that matter. But you have complete control over your own thoughts, vibrations, emotions, and point of attraction. Flawed promises can attract true unwanted evidence. If you were to hear false If you were to hear a false premise again and again until you yourself begin to believe and repeat it, now your own activation of the contradictory vibration would interfere with your sense of intelligence, and you would begin to attract evidence of your belief, in effect proving the false premise to be true. And so it becomes increasingly hard for you to call this a false premise when the evidence seems to be telling you that it is true, for over time you come to believe it is true. Life is supposed to be good for me. That is our strongest message to you. Life is supposed to be good for you. Do your best to find the best of the positive aspects that surround you. Look for things to appreciate, even if there aren't that many. Look for the things to feel good about. Give your attention as best you can to the best things that are going on in your experience, with the determination to train yourself into the best feeling vibration that you can find right here and now. Yes, John. Hi, John. Will Griffin get angry if he sees I'm pulling away? All right. Let's ask the cards. Let us pick a deck for John. Let us. I noticed you, but I'm streaming. I can't answer you right now. Okay, and Memento Mori says, hello, Memento Mori, welcome. Frank, will Christopher contact me in mid-July? Alright, so since we have more than one question in the mix, we're going to start the list. By the way, Memento Mori, you don't look familiar. You might be a new subscriber. And if you are a new subscriber, hi, welcome. I'm going to put you on my list. So I started John's. So John is on the list. And then I'll put Memento. And Memento Mori says, hi, yes, I'm new. Sub. Hi, thank you for subscribing. So, alright, so you are on the list, and after I finish John's question, then you're next. And now that I've caught up on chat, I will continue the list. I'm going to pick up deck for John. Okay, and it's King of Gryffindor, so that's 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's the Robinwood Terrace. Okay, and John's question was, will Griffin get angry if he sees I'm pulling away? Will Griffin get angry if he sees John is pulling away? Will Griffin get angry if he sees John is pulling away? I noticed you. I'm shaming them. And the answer is yes. Absolutely. 100%. So, I'm going to look into the card for more details. This is a major arcana. It is assured that Griffin will get angry if you pull away. But that is to be expected because to him, you are viewed as someone not paying attention to him and walking away very calmly. So he will get angry. It's just how it's going to be. Alright, I hope that helps you out, John. And I'm going to get to Memento Mori. Memento Mori. Okay, and your question was, Frank, will Christopher contact me in mid-July? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use this deck to pick a tarot card deck for you because that's a yes-no question. And just up front, how I do my yes-no questions, if the card comes up in reverse, then it's a no. If the card gets put down face up, then it is a yes. And then I go into the cards more in detail. But first, let's pick you a deck. I gotta put John's question down. And the deck is the 10 of Slytherins. So number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Supernatural deck. Okay, so Frank, Will, Christopher. Will Christopher contact Memento in mid-July? Will Christopher contact Memento in mid-July? Will Christopher contact Memento in mid-July? And the answer is yes, the Magician. So this is a major arcana card. And the Magician has the power of all the suits and manifestation. And basically, they can do magic. That's pretty darn cool. So the contact will be made. Congratulations. That's a good thing. Alright, I hope that helped you out. And since you are subscribed, I just want to let you know that I stream for 2 hours at a time. And if you can put down as many questions as you like in those 2 hours for me to answer. I'm just here to answer people's questions every night for 2 hours. And yeah, that's the game plan. And how will I know before he does? Are there any signs? That's a very good question. Let's ask the cards. Will there be any signs before he... How will I know before he does? Will there be any signs? Will there be any signs? Pick a deck. I'm going to stick with tarot card decks. So that's King of Gryffindor. That's 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ravenwood Tarot. Okay, so use another board. Will how will Memento know? And will there be any signs? Let's see, yes, no. All right. So this will make it easier to... I'm going to be using like 2 cards here, so it's going to be easier to remember which one is which, like this. Okay, so how will you know? Ooh, Justice, and will there be any signs? Nope, no signs. Alright. We're going to look further into the cards. So, how will Memento know? Well, we got Justice, and Justice is a major arcana. And Justice has to do with law and white and black views, balance, action and consequences. So there's going to be a very logical way. It's going to be very logical. Whatever the situation is going to be a physically tangible, logical way. And then, will there be any signs? No, no signs. There will be a conflict of the wands, though. And I say that because 5 is the number of conflict. And the wands are action, skills, fire, magic, a lot of momentum. And it's... I see that there is conflict with other people, which probably ties back to the justice part. But there will be no signs It's not like a conflict of battle. It's that's a different card. This is it's a it's a it's a challenge of skills. People are using skills against one another. And the Justice. It's going to be a black and white way you're gonna know. It's just gonna happen in the most logical way. He's going to contact you. Alright, so I hope that helps you out. Alright, I'm looking back at chat. And I'm gonna have a drink. Put the card away. Stuck away. Be right there. Okay, let's read here. So it will be out of the blue. Interesting. Okay, and what type of things will Griffin do when he fully realizes it? Alright, let's off the cards. Yum. What types of things will Griffin do when he fully realizes it? Yep, there we go. Not that one. Which deck wants to answer John's question? Being picky. Okay. The Queen of Gryffindor, so 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's the octopus dirt. What type of things will Griffin do when he fully realizes it? What type of things will Griffin do? What types of things will Griffin do when he fully realizes it? The Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. Okay, well, I always know this card to be that child that is running in that one meme, and he's just running, and his mother looks at him and says, "What have you got in your hands?" And he says, "Scissors!" And she says, "No!" And therefore, this Page of Swords is a young, naive person of the youth of the Suit of Swords. And the Suit of Swords is known for um, aggression and thoughts and logic and air. But the Page of Swords is not used to using their mind, so they wield it kind of dangerously. So I definitely see Griffin taking it out very childishly, out on things. Again, a child running with scissors, being just grumpy, being moody, just. Or even this is swords, like they say mean things. Not fully realizing the destruction they leave in their wake. And it's mostly verbal stuff. But depending on how upset the person is, they're going to be running with scissors. They're just gonna be a bit dangerous. That's really all it is. A danger to themselves, a danger to others. Just give them lots of space. Give them space. Don't be in the same room with them. They're running with their scissors. They might hurt themselves. They might hurt others. So just try not to be around them too often. And that is what the cards say. I hope that helps you out, John. Boop. And I'm gonna get a drink of water. And Memento says, what will he say when he does contact me? I don't know. Let's ask the cards. Pick a deck. Let's pick a deck for Memento. Number 8. So, 8 of Hufflepuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the Cat Tarot. My silliest deck. Okay. What will he say when he does contact Memento? What will he say when he does contact Memento? Let's see. Alright, so we have the Two of Wands. And the Wands is the suit of action, fire, and skills, magic. And this is the number 2. It's usually a balancing or a decision-making number. And this is This cat is undecided. They cannot choose between two moving objects. So they're going to bring up a topic of actions that you guys can take. And that is the basic of the conversation starter. A decision on what to do. Alright, so I hope that helps you out. I'm gonna put this deck away and then I'm gonna check chat. Here you go. Have a drink. Alright, and John says, does Griffin think I'm stupid? Alright, I'm gonna put John on the list. And then we have Lemurian Mermaid Turret. Hello. Hello. Well, hello. Welcome. You look new. I don't recognize your username. You might be a new sub, and if you are, thank you. Welcome. Hello. Is he really done with me? Thinking of to take any action. Thank you. All right. So I'm gonna add you to the list after John. Because I make a list, I catch up with chat, and then I go and do the list. So I'm going to put you after John on the list. So hold tight. I will get to you, Lemurian. Okay. So I have caught up on the list. I notice you. That's my phone, everybody. Look, I notice you, but I'm doing stream. I will get back to you after stream. Okay. So, we're going to do John's question. Does Griffin think John is stupid? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to ask the cards. Which deck would like to answer John's question? Which deck would like to answer John's question? That is the Queen of Gryffindor. And that's number 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is the octopus turret. I notice you. I love you. I'll get to you later. Does Griffin think John is stupid? Does Griffin think John is stupid? We're gonna find out. The answer is yes. And then we look into the card for more details. The 10 of Swords. He thinks Griffin thinks John is stupid. And this is the 10 of Swords. It is the completion of the Swords suit. And the Swords suit is usually the conflict deck. It is thoughts, logic, air. And this card represents a small death. This is to the point where you're hurting yourself with your own thoughts, and you are basically killing yourself. Like, you are in just such a bad state that the only place for this person to go is up, because everything is just so bad. So it is a small death. It is a defeat. It is just so down in the dumps that everything is negative. The song that's in my head is "Nobody likes me, everybody hates me, I might as well go eat worms." Like, the most depressing stuff happens during this card. So yes, he is just bad mouthing everyone at this point, and nothing is going to get better until he has a small death and lets go and can. I do notice you, honey. To move on from this state, it would take Griffin a great, like, change of personality and thought. And he's just stuck in this spiral right now and hating everyone and, degrading everyone. So yes, he is calling John stupid, but no, but you know what? He is just in a bad place right now. So he's just doing everything. He's trying to make himself feel better, but it's not going to be working. All right, so I hope that helps you out, John. We got John, and then we're gonna go to Lemorian's question, which was, "Hello, is he really done with me? Thinking, thinking of to take any action. Thinking of to take any action." Okay, so just a quick question, if you can get to it before I get to the cards, Lemorian. The second part of the question, thinking of to take any action. I'm just trying to find better words for it. Would it be that you're wondering if you are or should take action? Is he going to contact me? Okay, so we will change that second question to, is he going to contact me? So, is he done with me? Is he really done with me? And is he going to contact me? Cool, cool. Awesome. So, is he done with Maria? That's a yes, no. And then, is he going to contact Lemorian? There, I wrote yours down because there's two, and it's just easier to identify which card goes to which question this way. Also, I do my yes/no questions very reasonably. If they come up reversed, then they're no. If they come up right side up, then they're yes. So, but first we're going to pick a deck for you. Okay, which deck? Which deck is going to be the Seven of Slytherin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be every little thing you do is magic, you know. La 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 la. It's magic, you know. Alright. So we have the deck. We have the questions. I do notice you, my darling. My phone is very busy tonight. Is he done with Lemurian? And is he going to contact Lemurian? Okay, so is he done with Lemurian? Yep, he's done with Lemurian. Is he going to contact Lemurian? Yep, he's going to contact Lemurian. And we're going to look into the cards for more details. So the Oracle of Cups. Is he done with Lemurian? So the Oracle of Cups is cups, which is emotion, relationships, and water. And the Oracle of Cups is related to the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is usually a very level-headed character in the court cards. So they have calm waters, and the queens have not an overall authority voice, but more of everything comes to them because of their mastery of the suit. And they're very calm. So this was, on their part, it was a calm decision. It was, they are done, and they can pull away without too much emotional eruption. And Six of Cups. Is he going to contact Lemurian? And the answer is yes. And this is the Six of Cups. And this is actually a victory number. Number 6 is the victory number. And again, we are still in the Suit of Cups. And the Six of Cups is also a return to the inner child. Because after the conflict of number 5, there is victory in going back to the innocence of a child and again going through things to do things a little better. So, and then it's a victory outcome. But is he going to contact Lemurian? And he's going to contact you because of remembering your past experiences together. And that would be the reason he contacts you. So I do hope that helps you out. I'm going to put the cards away. And then I'm going to check chats. I'm going to grab a drink too, huh? Excuse me, water. Okay, and John says, if I can stay away from Griffin, how long will it be until he fully realizes it? I'm going to put John on the board. And John says timeline. John, it's a time-related question. You're going to get the Cosmic Timing deck. just so you know for when I get to you. Okay. And Safia said, hi Safia, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Safia says, why is G pulling away from me? What is his reason? Hello. So I'm going to put Safia on the board. On the list. Safia's on the list. And Lemorian says, thank you. You're very welcome. I'm happy to help. Debbie Kelly says, hello, beautiful, with a heart. Hello, Debbie. And Debbie says, can you please pull a card for me and tell me how my weekend will go? Yes. Debbie's on the list. That is my cell phone. I love you. I'm doing stream, not this moment. Okay, so I have caught up on the list, and therefore I'm going to start down the list. So, John, right, we need the Cosmic Tarot, Cosmic Timing Oracle deck. If John can stay away from Griffin, how long will it be until he fully realizes it? It's a very good question. If John can stay away from Griffin, how long will it be until he realizes it? So how long will it take for Griffin to realize that John is avoiding him? How long will it take for Griffin to realize that John is avoiding him? Ooh! Okay. How long will it take for John? How long will it take for Griffin to realize John is avoiding him? There's the question. There's the question. And the answer is in February. So don't worry, John. If you can make it, he probably won't notice until February. In February. So you got several months until then. He'll be busy thinking his sad thoughts and angry thoughts, so he won't notice right away. So you'll have a good cushioning of time. Okay, got John's question done, and then it's on to Safia. Why is G pulling away? What is his reason? Alright, let me write that down. There's 2 questions. Why is G pulling away from Safia? And what's the reason? Okay, so we have the we have the question. We don't yet have the deck. Put the question here for now. We need the deck. We need the deck. We need the deck. It's gonna be number 9, one of Gryffindor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Excuse me. This is the Gate Tarot. We got the questions, we got the cards. We're gonna do the thing. Yep. So why is G pulling away from Safia? What's the reason? Okay, why is G pulling away from Safia? That is we have the High Priestess, or in this deck it's known as the Intuitive. And the reason is the 8 of Cups. So the reason why G is pulling away from Safia is a spiritual reason, because High Priestess, or the Intuitive, it is spiritual in nature, and the Intuitive is going to move you in different ways, and sometimes people drift apart because of things on higher levels, and sometimes they're just spiritual reasons because of it. Spiritual decisions. And also the 8 of Cups, and the 8 is 8 is in relationships. So they have, to them, mastered their emotions and have made a decision, and their decision is that they leave and move on. This is nothing like an anger tirade. This is nothing like something juvenile. This is a solid decision, both spiritually and emotionally. So for them, it's it is time to leave. It's just that clear cut. It is. There's no real big description or emotional explosion. It's just what it is. So I hope that helps you out. And then Debbie's question. And Debbie says, can you please pull a card for me and tell me how my weekend will go? Yes. How will the weekend go for Debbie? I'm going to pick a deck. We're going to open this up for all the cards. Open up this for all the cards. So we're going to pull a deck for Debbie and see how her weekend will go. That's going to be the Queen of Hufflepuff. So 1, 2, that's 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's the Octopus Tarot. Also, it's themed very nicely because these are black and white in the background, and these are black and white cards. So I appreciate that. So how will Debbie's weekend go? 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 Ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. Apparently there's a rhythm to your weekend, Debbie. It's going well so far. Alright, the Queen of Cups. And immediately I sense a mermaid in this card. The Queen of Cups. The cups are, of course, water, emotion, and relationships. And the Queen is the court card that has the level head, and especially with emotions, just level-headed, very calm emotionally. But also, this card says that you're gonna have a good time. I mean, there's a mermaid in the picture that I see. Let's see if I can show it to you. Yeah, there she is. Boop. And she's got her cup, and for me, innately, this is like a mermaid in her tube in the pool and having her drink. So I feel I'm getting the message that you're going to just have a nice time in a pool with a drink, chilling out for the weekend. So it really looks like you're gonna have a nice weekend, Debbie. And I wish that for you. So I hope that helps you out. I'm gonna put this card back in the deck, and this deck back in the box. And then I'm gonna check chat and have a drink of water. I'm have a drink of water. Ah, refreshing. Oh no, it said chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Successfully reconnected. I hope that everyone got their reading while I was doing them. I didn't know that had come up. I'm sorry. Okay, so anyway, I had completed this list. I'm going to be making the new list. Let's see, what do we got? You have Safia. Will I find someone with the same qualities as G? So, Safia is back on the list. John says, does Griffin know he acts like a narcissist? John is back on the list. And Safia says, so was his plan to only keep his little telepathic connection with me, and once I told him that this was taking too big of an impact on me, he pulled away? Alright, Safia back on the list. For both questions. Awesome. Alright, so I'm going to get to these. So Safia's first question is, will Safia find someone with the same qualities as G? Which deck? Number 6 of Gryffindor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Robinwood Terrace. I notice you. Phone is blowing up at me tonight. Okay, so will Safia find someone with the same qualities as G? Will Safia find someone with the same qualities as G? And the answer is yes. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. The Pentacles is wealth, health, earth, and resources. And the number 1 is the number of beginnings. So when you start a new path of wealth or health, you're going to meet someone with the same qualities as G. Alright, I hope that helps you out. There we go. And then Joel's question. Gonna pick a new deck for Joan. deck would like to answer John's question? Okay, it's going to be the King of Slytherins, which is 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hurrah! So this is the Robin Wood Tarot, and to match the green, it is the King of Slytherins, and I just appreciate this aesthetically. Okay, so just, it's so pretty. Look at it. So pretty. So John's question was, does Griffin know he acts like a narcissist? Does Griffin know he acts like a narcissist? Yes. Does Griffin know? Does Griffin know he acts like a narcissist? Does Griffin know? He knows. He knows. He knows because it's all about him on his white horse, waving his flag of skills, because this is the card of the Six of Wands. This is the card of victory. This is him parading his stuff around. So these are his skills that he's learned and proudly displays for all to see. Him waving his flag, him on his white horse, him dressed in his finest garb. Because he's moving forward in victory and he doesn't care who knows it. So yeah, he knows. He doesn't care. Okay. I hope that helps you out, John. I'm guessing it's kind of frustrating. And no, he's not going to stop. Alright, and then we have Safia's question. So, was his plan to only keep his little telepathic connection with me, and once I told him that this was taking too big of an impact on me, he pulled away? We're gonna find out. I'll pick a deck. Which deck? 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 It's going to be Jack of Slytherin. So that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is Prismavision's deck. That's what it's called. And so what's his plan? To only keep his little telepathic connection with Safia. And once I told him that it was taking too big of an impact on Safia, that he pulled away. What was his plan? There's the basic one. Was it his plan? Was it his plan? Was it his plan from the beginning? Was it all planned out? Was it a plan? Was it a plan? Was it a plan? It was the plan. It was the plan. It is the Nine of Swords. Oh boy, this card. So, the Nine of Swords, the suit of swords is air, mind, logic, and usually conflict with yourself and your own mind. And then the Nine of Swords is, how to put it, it is the harvesting of everything that has come before. And I know with the Nine of Swords, it is, this one in particular is a big fear card. That something, it's not, okay, it's, it is when all the thoughts are coming back and you remember the scary times. You remember the times that now haunt you. So for him, his experience was fear. Okay, so this one is just a ball of fear. It was the plan, and it was the fear driving it. And it might not be the fear of the situation, but past fears that drove his decision to make the plan. So I hope that helps you out. I'm gonna put this back. And then I have a drink of water. And John says, why doesn't Griffin care? Let's ask the cards. Why doesn't Griffin care? Which deck would like to answer, John? Why doesn't Griffin care? We're going to open up for all the cards. Why doesn't Griffin care? Why doesn't Griffin care? Eight of Slytherin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Moonology. Moonology deck. Why doesn't Griffin care? Why doesn't Griffin care? Why doesn't Griffin care? doesn't Griffin care? Okay, so it is meditate and contemplate. The new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. $64. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests that there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had before, and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Attune to the moon. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work right now. Additional meanings for this card. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. This situation being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Chant Om Namo Narayani. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. The teaching. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism and hopeless romantics. It is a sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free rein. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. So if I'm going to put this to John's question, Griffin is very Pisces right now. He's very watery, and he doesn't care because it's not about logic. It's about what he's feeling and what he's going through. Nothing else matters. Alright, I hope that answers your question. And Safi says, has he ever been called out or set up badly for his players' behaviors? Did me calling him out in the past scare him? Alright, we got a couple of questions. Okay, we'll use this one. No. So we got Safia and John. Oh wait, John's, it's a statement, not a question. John says, of course, because narcissists only focus on themselves. And Safia. Okay, Safia's is has he been called out on or set up badly for his players' behaviors? And did me calling him out? Did Safia calling him out scare him? Did Safia calling out scare him? Alright, let us ask the cards. We have the question, now we gotta get a deck. Let's get a deck. Let's get a deck. Oop, there we go. Let's get a deck. Let's get a deck. Which deck? The Queen of Slytherin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The Octopus Tarot. Okay, here we go. The questions. Has he been called out or set up badly for his players' bad behavior before? And did Safia calling him out scare him? Let's find out. Let's find out. Okay, so has he been called out for his players' bad behavior before? No. And did Safia calling him out scare him? No. So we're going to look into the card for more details. The cards are saying no, though. So has he been called out or set up badly for his players' behavior before? With the Queen of Swords and the Page of Swords. So both of these have the Suit of Swords, which is the mind, logic, air, and usually conflict. the Queen of Swords. There's the Queen of Swords here and the Page of Swords. So for the larger question, has he been called out for his player's bad behavior before, is the Queen of Swords. And the Page of Swords is for, did Safia calling him out scare him? No, the Page of Swords. So again, the Page of Swords reminds me of a kid running with a new sharp object and mom, telling them no, stop. Because this is a person new to the suit of swords, wielding their logic like a brand new weapon, and just swishing this way and that, maybe making mistakes, maybe hitting people, and the consequences of that will come later. And then we have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is a very level-headed, logical, usually woman. But they are the type that has a grip on how things work. They use a lot of strategy to get what they like and what they want and what they need. And they are just really steady on how things work. They're very logical. This is a conflict of two people. One is very, very good at logic. One is just stumbling along on their journey. So, you calling him out probably interrupted his pride. I wouldn't say it was a scare factor. I would say it's a pride factor that got him riled up. But then he might just start swinging his logic back and forth. Alright, so I hope that helps you out. And put this away. Alright. Now we've got John. John retracted the message, but then John says, would you do baneful magic on someone? Just wondering. If that's a personal question, absolutely not. No dark magic. I will never do dark magic. I will not do harm on others because it will do harm on me. I will always do white magic because white magic on me or anyone just makes more white magic. That is my belief system, and I will hold that. I will hold to that. And John says, oh, okay, yeah. Look, negative emotions will come and go. And it's up to you and how you deal with them. I refuse to harm others. And that's that. And in return, I am kept safe. And I can trust that I'm safe because I don't harm others. And that's my deal with the universe. And John says, I usually wouldn't, but I would if it was a certain situation. Defending myself. That is your decision. That is your situation, and I have no place in making a judgment on your decision, on your situation. Because, hey, if I was in your situation, I might decide the same thing. However, I am not in your situation, so I can't speak for you. Defending myself, if the person deserved it bad enough. Again, I'm not in your situation. But then I usually ask, do I deserve something? And I know I deserve good things. But again, this is a personal question, and I try not to share too much of that. And John says, I mean, if I was a magician for hire, probably not. I'd have to talk to them about why they wanted to, I guess. I just don't think it's worth it. That's just me, though. That's my experience in life. There'd be very, very little to convince me to do that kind of thing. Look, if it has anything to do with karma, it is not in my hands. It's not my business to. I let the universe take care of that. I'm not getting my hands dirty when the universe is going to do stuff to them anyway. I want to get out of the way. I want to get that bad juju away from me. That way I can have good juju. Because if you focus on the bad juju, you're going to get the bad juju. If you focus on the good juju, you're going to get the good juju. This is how the universe works. If you focus on white magic, you're going to get white magic in return. If you're going to focus on black magic, you're going to get black magic in return. Karma has nothing to do with me. Karma has everything to do with the universe. I have nothing to do with that. What qualities does G not like about me? And John says, what do you consider dark magic? Dark magic harms people. Dark magic is full of anger and sadness. Dark magic is full of all the things I don't want. And I'm going to do Safia's question. What qualities does G not like about Safia? Which deck? Oh, you get an extra card. 3 of Hufflepuff. So 1, 2, 3. Supernatural deck. And you're going to get an extra card for more details. What does G not like about Safia? What qualities does G not like about Safia? Let's see, we got 10 of Bones and the Moon. Ooh, interesting. So this is the actual question, and this is the extra card. X of Bones. And in this deck, bones are wands. So wands are fire, action, skills, and magic. So the 10 of wands is the completion of action and taking all of your skills that you've learned along this path and taking them home. And at the end of this journey, you're tired. So the quality he doesn't like about Safia is that he's looking at how tired you are and of your stress. He doesn't like how stressed you looked. That's definitely what I'm getting for this card. And then with that, the extra card is the Moon. And the Moon is highly spiritual. The Moon is mysteries in the dark. It's a balance between the wild and the domestic. It's the card of evolution from when the first creatures that then evolved into man started coming to shore. It is a bunch of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. And it's of change because the moon has cycles. It is. He doesn't like how unpredictable you are. That's another thing. He doesn't like how unpredictable you are. And he just is looking at how tired you are, and he's not understanding why you're tired. So those are two of the qualities that he doesn't like, that he's focusing on. And then, what was I responsible for scaring him away? I'll use the same deck. Oh, also, this is a reminder, a timeout. This is a reminder that I stream for 2 hours at a time, and I've been streaming for an hour and 44 minutes. So I have about 16 minutes left in me for the night, and then I gotta go to bed because I hit burnout after 2 hours, and I get silly. And nobody likes me silly. I get tired. I get really tired. So I'm going to continue with Safia's question. Was Safia responsible for scaring him away? Okay, the answer is yes. And the page of bones. And bones are again wands in this deck, and wands are fire, action, magic, skills. And she also has a blade in her hand. She's dangerous. She's dangerous. So, yes, you were scary. You were so very scary, Safia. So very scary. And you were willing to swing around that sword like a wand. You were ready for action. You were really scary. So scary. Just the scariest thing. So, yes. Put this away and then get back to chat. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, and John says, oh, okay. And John says, I don't really practice fluffy magic. Just using those words, I do it if it was necessary. Fluffy magic. I'm encapsulating on that. Fluffy magic. What do you consider fluffy magic, John? I've never attempted it. Karmic type spells without harm. Okay. Those are good ones because it doesn't harm someone. You know what? Fluffy magic doesn't sound like it would harm anyone. Sounds very soft. I kind of like that. I'd like to do more research on that. Those are good ones because it doesn't harm anyone. And Zafia says, that I am. And John says, I don't mean to say fluffy. But you did. You said fluffy magic. Do you do it with a cat? I think fluffy magic should be done with a cat. You know what? Fluffy magic with Tarot. Memento says, why did he delete all his social media? It's a very good question. I'm going to put you on the list. Boop. Memento is on the list. I'm going to catch up on chat and then we'll get to you. So please be patient. And John says, I mean, there's a threshold. If someone came at me or something, then I would do dark magic. Again, John, that's your choice. I can't make your choice for you. Because I'm not in your place. I'm not advising anything. And Zafia says, was the relationship always doomed or not meant to happen? And then Zafia's on the list. And will my past experiences push away more love options for me? Alright, let's find out. Let's do... So I've caught up. Sorry, I thought I heard a noise. Okay, so Memento was, why did he delete his social media? Why did he delete all his social media? Let's pick a deck. Number 2 of Hufflepuff. The Gator. The Gator. Why did he delete all of his social media? Why did he delete all his social media? Why did he delete all his social media? 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands, 6 is a victory number, and Wands is an action, magic, skills, fire, suit. So, the reason he deleted his social media was because of the strong ideals he was carrying. And those strong ideals drove him to make a decision to clear his social media. And that is what the cards say. Okay. Memento is answered, and then we have Safia. I believe Safia had 2 questions. Was the relationship always doomed or not meant to happen? And will... Okay, so 2 questions I'm gonna write down here. Was the relationship doomed from the beginning? And will Safia's past experiences push away more love options? Well, past experiences push future love options away. Alright, let's find out which deck. Well, we have the question. I need a deck. Which deck? Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The cat turret. The cat turret. So we have the questions, we have the deck. We'll make this happen. So was it doomed from the beginning? And will the past experiences push future love options away? Okay, doomed from the beginning? Yes. And will past experiences push future love options away? Nope. Page of Wands. We'll look further into the details of the cards. Alright, so a yes and a no. So doomed from the beginning, yes. And this is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is a stabilizing number. And this is cups, this is emotions, relationships, and water. Now this cat is looking in an empty bowl and seeing something is very wrong. He's seeing nothing there. He's looking for something. Looking to fill something. Looking to put something together emotionally. Looking to feel something. So, yeah, it was doomed to be from the beginning. It was not built on something stable. It was built for something being looked to be filled. And this one was a no. This was, will past experiences push future love options away? And the answer is no. This is the Page of Wands. And Wands is action, skills, magic, fire, making things happen. Very actiony. And the Page of Wands is a character in the court that is new to the suit of wands. So they are new to the rules of the game, and they are going to be just going forth and trying everything. So this is like the beginning of your journey. You're just gonna, there have been past experiences, but you are just at the beginning of your journey, and there's going to be more action. But it is, the past experiences are not going to push away other love options. So I hope that helps you out. Put these away. And then I'm gonna check chat, and I'm gonna call it here. I'm not gonna be able to do any more readings tonight because I am just under the 2-hour mark, and I can't do any more readings after 2 hours. So I'm not gonna do any more readings, but I am gonna read chat, go through chat, and then say goodnight. And then if you would like, you can come back tomorrow in 22 hours, and I will be back online at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and I will be doing more readings, and I will be refreshed and ready for more. But right now, I'm getting to a burnt point, so no more readings for the night. I'm done. But I will check chat and say goodnight. Alrighty, let's see. John has retracted a question or message. John has retracted a message. John says, God, what WFT. John says, I really don't want to do that to people. And John says, I don't like hurting people. So, John, if you don't like doing it, don't do it. Okay, and then John says, do you like Wicca? I don't know much about Wicca. I've heard good things, but I actually have not studied it that much. It might be good, but I just haven't gotten around to it, which means it's probably gonna be too strict for me. And Memento retracted a message, and that's okay. Come back tomorrow, Memento, and we'll try again. Safia says, thank you, Rose. You are very welcome. You all have a great night. I really enjoyed answering your questions, and I hope to talk to you in the near future tomorrow, most likely. Alright, see you guys then. Bye!